A lot of people, they're talking about war. A lot of people are talking about World War III, talking about Trump, talking about all of these different things. It's amazing. My thoughts on the situation is very simple. I don't care. You see, I'm in my own war. The war I'm in is the war of being a man in America. That's my war. I'm in the greatest fight of my life. I don't give two F's about what's going on with wars in the world when I got things that I got to do as a man. Too many times we get occupied by what social media is showing us, and we forget that we have to live, you know? We forget we got bills to pay. We got a mortgage, a house, a car, kids, school loans, all sorts of stuff that we got to be concerned with. And I noticed that the media and a lot of social media sites are showing a bunch of propaganda, fake videos, bombs, planes going down, jets going down, and it's designed to put fear into people. I just choose not to entertain all of that stuff. I choose to just focus on my solitude and my peace. Make sure that my energy is right, because the war that I'm in, I'm the only one on the battlefield. I'm the only one that's in my own war. And the enemy is everything that's around me. A lot of you are being distracted right now. You're being distracted by what the world is doing, taking you off focus from your own personal life. Some of you get scared and you get nervous when you hear about wars and rumors of wars. Remember, Jesus Christ told us, you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. So what could I do when the world is at war? What could I do? I'm going to go to another state, move to another country. What am I going to do? Can't do anything. So why would you worry? You're in your own war right now. A lot of you getting up in the morning is a war for you. Punching that clock every day, dealing with the BS, is a struggle. It's a war. The enemy is at your job. And it's both foreign and domestic. So we got too much things on our plate to be entertained by rumors of wars or whatever's going on. I don't care. Yeah, but innocent people are dying and this and that. I don't care. I don't care about none of these things, because the level of stress we have here in America with the things that we deal with every day collectively is more stress than a lot of people can actually understand. We are literally in a war of trying to survive in America. It's actually easier to live in other places. Cost of living is cheaper. Housing is cheaper. Heck, energy costs is cheaper. Over here, you fight in a battle to survive every day. And I don't understand how could any American be wasting their time getting stressed out and losing their brain cells over what's going on. How many times have we seen this happen? It's Trump versus everybody. Trump versus everyone. If Trump don't do this, we're going to World War III. If this don't happen, listen, go to World War III and let's get it over with. Let the games begin. I'm tired of hearing everybody talking about wars. Get it popping already. Because I really don't care. What I care about is the war that I'm in and how I can defeat the enemy in this land. How can I overcome the obstacles of life? That's my war. That's the war we're all in. Each of you have a war. Each of you are on the battlefield alone, and there's nobody there to save you. You might have a few allies that come through to save you here and there, bring you some provisions to get you through. But the war that we're in is a war in the mind. And it appears as if though the war is in the physical realm, but it's really in our mind. And what I find with social media is that if you're not careful, it can really alter the way you think. And then now what you think becomes a reality. Now what you think in your mind is around you. Now you're really in something that's really bad. There is nothing you can do right now other than protecting your peace. That's all you can do. I don't have weapons of mass destruction. I don't have militaries. I don't have an army. I'm the only soldier in this fight. So if bombs is being dropped from the sky, what am I going to do? Run? There's nothing you can do. So you got to accept your fate and recognize where the world is. Worrying about war and destruction only brings upon what you believe in your heart. So for me, you know, drinking a soda, getting some tea, and just kind of just relaxing a little bit kind of takes my mind away from all of the nonsense that's going on in the world because we already had a hectic day. A lot of you are probably about to get off from work. Some of you probably already got off. And your day was a war. And only you know the battle. Only you know exactly what you're going through. People ask you, hey, how you doing? You good? You good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But really, you're not. Because you've been on this battlefield for a long time. You've been surviving. In America, we are fighting to survive every day. Some of you are fighting to keep your car in tip-top shape. Some of you, your car needs repairs. And you got all sorts of check lights on your car right now. You driving it around, but there's all sorts of lights on your dash flashing, saying, you need this, you need that. And you're like, I don't got it. Some of you are over your head in debt. You're drowning in debt. Creditors are after you. That's the enemy. You know? The job you at, they cut your hours. So now what you used to make, you're getting paid $300 less because they decide to cut your hours. That's the war you're in. You know? See, to the people that's asking where you're going with this, it just goes to show that you don't have a brain. What are you here for? What exactly are you here for? To hear me talk about bullshit? with a war? You didn't just hear me? You didn't just hear me to tell you to say you need to focus on your peace? You need to stop focusing on what's going on in the world? Do you have a brain? Could you comprehend English? Where's he going with this? This is the problem with Americans. It's like you come here because you want to hear some stupid shit about a war you don't have no fucking control over. I just told you, you're in your own war in the world. I don't care what's going on. I'm here to give you some common sense so that you could wake the fuck up. Because right now, your mind is stuck on stupid. That's the problem. The media is filling our brain cells with propaganda. We're seeing all these visuals of bombs being dropped. And yet, a lot of this stuff is fake. A lot of this stuff is AI. A lot of this stuff is just designed to get the people worried. You understand? I'm very, very serious. I'm not here to play games, man. A lot of y'all be coming to social media to play games all day. You don't got a life to live. You don't got any kids to tend to. You don't got no responsibilities. Everything is not a game, man. You don't come to social media bullshitting all the time. There comes a time when you got to shut the fuck up and listen, man. This is a real life where people are experiencing real pain. People go through things. People are in a war battling with their health right now. You got some of you that are listening right now. Your war is cancer. You don't give a fuck about no damn World War III. Doctor told you you're going to die. You don't even have money to cover your medical. What the hell I look like worrying about some damn war? And I got these health issues. That's the problem. We got too much on our plate. What I'm suggesting you do is focus on the war that you got going on and not allow anything else to drain your energy. Every one of you got your own personal battle, your own personal war right now. You need to be on the battlefield and gather up your energy so that you could get through what you got to get through. We don't got no control over all the BS going on in the world. We don't got no control. So I'm not worrying about all that mess. Some of y'all just paid y'all mortgage. Y'all just paid y'all rent. That was your war. That was your war. Now you got to make it to next month. You got to make it to next month now. That's your war. We got too many issues, man. They want our minds to be preoccupied with fear, death, and worrying. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sit around all day worrying about a bomb dropping. Oh, this is going to happen. I seen some woman in a video clip. She's in Dubai, right? She was like, yeah, they got all these videos showing death and mayhem and murder. But she said where she's at, everything is good. A lot of the stuff y'all seeing, it's fake news. That's why I don't entertain all that stuff. Again, what you're going through is more important than what the world is dealing with. Anything that's out of our control, we need to leave it alone. That's causing you extra stress. If you're in your car, right, and we have bumper to bumper traffic, what's the point of going crazy? What's the point of losing your mind? You can't do nothing. You can't go anywhere. Cars are all around you. We're blocked in. There's an accident ahead. We're worried about our little inconvenience, but somebody ahead is dead. Somebody ahead in the road, there's an accident. Somebody's dead. We're just being inconvenienced at the moment. So all we could do is just be patient. I don't like it, but I'm not going to lose my mind. I'm just going to find something to do until traffic resumes and we're able to get back to business. But just know that there's nothing you can do. I'm not going to start arguing with the guy in front of me, beeping my horn. He can't move. And that's what we're doing right now. We're beeping our horn, but we can't move. You know? Where you going to move to right now? See, you ain't peeped the metaphor. Where you going to move to? If war is going on, where you moving to? World War III, where you moving to? You can't move. Might as well you just stay where you are. Stay where you are and stay at peace. You know? Everybody's blaming Trump. They're saying if Trump don't do this and Trump don't do that, they're going to do this. All of that is fear mongering. It's designed for the American people to go against Trump. Now, here's the thing. A lot of you Americans, right, that are anti-Trump, which side are you on? Which side are you on? One minute you hate Trump, next minute when there's war, a lot of you are with the enemy. This is amazing. Y'all can't see what's going on? Well, this is about oil. This is about oil. That's what this is about. I don't think you understand how this economy is ran. The resources, the oil that's in, I believe it's in Iran or Iraq, Iran. You have Venezuela. You have, there's different places. Oh, this is about the oil. Every war is always about resources. That's how you survive. Whoever have the resources are the ones that survive. And most of us here, we don't even understand that. You know, like I said, whatever they're fighting for is most likely always resources. That's what this is always about. Anytime there's a war, it's always about resources. That's all it's about, resources. Now, I'm hearing a lot of news reports of children being killed, kids in school being killed, bombs being dropped, all sorts of stuff. Guys, please hear me out. Because I know sometimes my words can come across heavy. I don't give a fuck what's going on outside of America. I don't care. Do you understand me? People outside America don't give a fuck about us. Do you understand that? Nobody cares. Your own family in America don't even care about you. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that because I don't care. Guys, I got too much things on my mind to be worried about and focus on everything that's going on. When you got kids, you got to be concerned about them, right? Question. Do you worry about everybody's kids? No, you don't. You don't. And the reason why I don't care is because there's no motherfucking thing I can do. Do you understand that? If 20 people are in a burning house, what could I do? I can't go in there. I'm going to die. So how could I care? What could I do? So you want me to go in there and die with them? There's nothing I can do. So when I say I don't care, it's not that I don't have empathy for people, that I'm not compassionate. There is nothing I can do about the problem. If nations are rising against nations and bombing each other, there's nothing I can do. What do you want from me? Fair speeches and good, sweet words? I'm not fake. The only thing I could be concerned with is what's going on in this house. That's it. Because that's within my control. An intruder tries to run up on my yard with anything, they're going to be met with wrath. That's what I have control over. I can only control what's near me. I can only protect my family. That's what I can do. So I'm not going to keep my mind stressing about stuff that I have no control over. I can't control it, you know? If I seen the neighbor's house on fire, right? Let's say the neighbor across the street, I see a little bush fire just started up on the side of their house. I would immediately go grab a fire extinguisher or a hose and try to put out the fire as fast as I can. If I see it and I have time. But if I look and half of the whole house is burning, I can't do nothing. All I can do is call the fire department. All I can do is go see, hey, is anybody home? You know, that's all I can't. Guys, do you know that people who die in fires, they don't die because they got burned. They died via smoke inhalation. The smoke killed them. Once all that soot and all that smoke is in there and you breathe that stuff in, it clogs up your lungs. You won't be able to breathe. So there's nothing I can do for you. You know? What I'm trying to get you guys and you ladies to understand is this. You have a war that's going on around you right now. And if I'm correct, Mobb Deep said it best. There's a war that's going on. I don't know the exact lyrics, where no man is safe from. And they pretty much trying to control your mind. There's a war going on all around you. And it's designed to control your mind, trying to keep you occupied with thinking on death and fear. And a lot of those songs always gave us some info on what's happening in the world. At the same time, we have to protect our solitude, our peace, our energy, and not get too occupied with the world. You can know what's going on in the world, but you shouldn't let it occupy your mind to the point where it ruined your day. And now you're just miserable and stressed out all day. You got enough things to worry about. All of us worry about stuff. All of us. All of you who act like you don't got no issues, you act like you don't got no problems. You got your own war. You know? We have to keep our mind and keep our peace. Protect ourselves, protect our families, and do what is necessary to survive, because this whole life is one big war. Like I said, we're fighting to survive. In America, all Americans are fighting to survive. That's our war. Every day you get up, it's a war. You have to fight yourself just to get out the house. Your car got no gas. It's either the gas or the groceries. Which one? See, a lot of you, right? When you in your car, it looked good while you in your car. You look successful. But when the bill shows up, it ain't fun. That house you live in. Oh, I'm a homeowner. I got this. I got. When that mortgage is due, that's when the war begins. We got things that are on our plate that we have to maintain and deal with every day. And let's not forget about those of us that are struggling with our health. That's the untold stories that we don't hear too often on social media. We always hear about financial struggles, but we don't hear about the individuals who suffer in silence with health issues and they can't afford the insurance or the surgery or this or that. There's a lot of people that are struggling right now in their own war, their own battle. And they wish they had somebody to help them. They don't got no help. and they got to just go through the fire by themselves. Some of you are battling in a war to get custody of your kids. Some of you had your children taken away from you, and the system got your kids, and you're trying to get your kids back. You're fighting with them. You know, some of us are dealing with emotional issues, you know, battling internally. Some of you battling alcoholism, struggling with all sorts of addictions. And nobody knows about it because you don't talk about it. And it's not comfortable to talk about because in America, we're taught to act like we're free, we're good, and we don't got no problems when all of us got problems. So why would I be focusing on World War III when I got World War IV and V going on? Come on now. What's important in your life is what's supposed to be your focus. What's important, not things you have no control over. I cannot control Trump's decisions. I cannot control none of that stuff. I can't control what other nations are doing. I cannot control how people think about me. People can hate me. People can love me. I don't have no control over that. All I can do is be me and hope for the best. That's it. You know? We have to be in survival mode and prepare our own families so that they're mentally ready for what's going on. Even if war is happening, bombs are dropping, what could you do? Just live your life, right? Live your life, go to work, do the things you love to do, and not let your mind be preoccupied with all that garbage. Because sometimes you let these things stop you from living. You let it stop you from living. I'm 48, by the way, just in case you want to know. And at my age, I've learned to just cut the noise out. I'm tired of the noise. When you get to that age, and I'm pretty sure some of you gentlemen and older women that's probably in your 50s and 60s, you most likely already know this already. There's certain things you just don't worry about no more. You just don't care. And it's not that you're a bad person. You just realize you're wasting energy. You know, like my wife's father, he's up there in his 80s. And, you know, she takes care of her father. You know, she checks in on him all the time. She do all of that stuff. And one thing I notice about that gentleman, he's in his 80s, is he don't worry about nothing. He just plays his music, stays in the house. You see him on the yard, cleaning the yard, 80 years old. He's not even worried about nothing. He's not concerned about none of the stuff we going crazy over. He's not even thinking about anything. That is how I want to be. I want to be just like that. Not a care in the world, just enjoying my time while I'm here. And I notice a lot of older people are like that. It's almost like they already been in the world, they seen the world, and they just don't care no more about these things. The world is going to always be the world. But I'm not going to let this stuff ruin my life. You know? That's why it's always good to talk to the elderly, because a lot of times, even though they can be grumpy at times, they can give you a lot of wisdom, a lot of gems. You can learn a lot from older folk. You can, because they already been there, they done that. So it's like me at 48, I see things differently, and I see what's more important. What's important to me is raising my family. I'm not trying to impress you. I'm not trying to be a show off. I'm not. I'm not with none of those different things. I don't care about those things. It don't mean nothing to me. You know, that's why if you're a younger person, you need to mature as fast as possible. You know, and hello to everybody coming in. You know, I see everybody coming through. Um, let me see. Yeah, minding your own business is the best thing you can do. I do that all the time. I just mind my business and do my own thing. You know, a lot of people, they don't understand you, just like they don't understand me. A lot of people won't understand you because we live in a world where we're taught to be suspicious of one another. The world is not the same anymore. It used to be a place where people had a community. They had love for humanity. They said good morning, hello. People don't do that no more. People have grown cold. You know what I mean? It could be in a good way or a bad way. That's just the way the world is. When I was coming up, we knew all the neighbors, we knew everybody, we knew their kids, we knew everything. Today, you don't have that. So, if we're in a war, if things are happening in the world, do you think communities will stick together? No, they won't. They won't stick together, man. It'll be nothing but chaos. Because why? People are not the same anymore. We're taught to just survive and protect what's ours. We're not taught to protect one another. So when things hit the fan, that's why you always see riots and looting and chaos going on. People fighting for gas at the gas pump, fighting for groceries at the grocery store. If something was to happen, guys, really, really big, it'll be pandemonium. It'll be death. People gonna lose their minds. In America, they don't know how to function if there was a real situation. We don't know how, I mean, I do. I know how to keep myself, but for the majority of people, they won't know how to act. Nobody won't be civilized. We'll become animals. Everybody. You know, like how they always show on television, black people looting stores. Everybody gonna be looting stores. Whites, blacks, everybody. Survival mode. You know? The wars will never stop, guys. The wars will never end. It will never end. It's gonna always be going on. You ask anybody that's in their 70s and even their 80s, they'll tell you the history. That's why I like really listening to older people because I could sit down and talk with them all day. All day. I could talk with an elderly person all day because they know things that I don't know. Matter of fact, it's an honor and an educational lesson to sit down with somebody that's way older than you and let them talk to you about real stuff that went on in history. You won't be able to find that information nowhere else because they're giving you experience, wisdom, things they witness, and things you probably never heard of. Because a lot of stuff been erased from history, a lot of stuff been watered down. They've been lying to us the whole time. All sorts of stuff is going on. That's why I don't turn on the TV because it's a pack of lies every day. You know, they lie to us all the time. The media never tells us the truth, guys. Things are more bad than you actually think. Things are more bad than you actually think. The problem is the media is not going to tell you everything, but it's not designed to make you fear. You're supposed to understand how the world works. They're never going to tell us exactly what's going on. They're never going to tell us all the things that is really happening behind the scenes and how it's affecting Americans here. We're being affected severely. Like it's really, really bad right now. We say we're the land of the free, the home of the brave. But in America, we don't even get along with one another. There's a war right here. We don't even like each other, you know? One minute, everybody's anti-Trump. When war is going on, we want Trump to do the right thing to protect Americans. We got to make up our mind which side we on, guys. We got to make up our mind what exactly is going on. If you're not going to go out there and fight, be quiet. Be quiet. Because if something big was to happen, you're on your own. You ain't going to be able to call law enforcement. See, these are the things I'm trying to show you. If something happened out in your neck of the woods, some terror attack and some weirdo is killing people, it's you versus the enemy. You can't call police. You got to handle that. Are you ready? Are you ready to battle the enemy? And the enemy could be anybody. All I'm saying is, rather than focusing on all the negativity, you can know about it, but don't let it occupy your mind to the point where you're not living your life. You're stressed out now, worrying all day. Oh man, the war is coming. I remember when there was some sort of I think it was a brush fire that was in North Carolina. A bunch of wood areas was burning up, right? And because people knew that I moved out here, they started sending me a bunch of messages on Instagram saying, "You good? You good? You all right? You all right? Did the fires come around? Are you safe?" Now, it may seem like they care about me, but if the truth be told, they don't. They don't care about me. They're trying to make me worry because here's the thing. They don't know where I'm at, but they're assuming I'm in the area that's burning because that's what they want. They wanted me to worry. I got up in the morning to about 30 DM messages of people saying, "You good? You good? You all right?" They never asked if I'm all right on any other day. They only saying that because of what the news showed them. I call that fake love. Fake love is when people never support you, but out of the blue act like they rock with you, or they contact you to see if you're okay out of the blue, but they never really talk to you. They never call you on your phone. They never visit you. You know, that's how it works. Um, Family do that all the time. They haven't spoken to you in years. And then out of the blue, it always happens when you get something nice or you move to a nice area. That's when everybody call you. "Hey, I heard you moved. I heard you got a house. I heard you got a car." Oh, who told you? So now you want to call me now? Guys, all the material stuff we have, we're going to leave that when we die. All of the stuff is going to be here for somebody else. None of this stuff matters. None of it. Think about this, guys. Watch this. You've been working your whole life, busting your ass at that job, right? To acquire all these material things. And then you die. All those bills, all the struggling, all of that stuff to get all those materials, and then you're dead. Ain't life weird? We work our whole life to acquire materials. We buy vehicles that depreciate in value, but we're paying car notes that are extremely high. We're taught to go get a house. We go get it. We feel the flex of "I'm a homeowner," right? Watch this. But you don't own the house because you didn't pay it off. But you have the status of "I'm a homeowner." But you paying these 30, 40, 50-year mortgages. 72, 80 month car notes. Do you see my point? That's the war that we're in. I was watching a show on well, it was a clip on Instagram, right? And it was interesting. It was talking about how, you know how most of you have old model cars that you could work on in your garage, you could fix things, you could change the oil, you could do all these nice things, keep your car up to date. Like a lot of the newer cars, man, a lot of the newer cars, you can't even do that. A lot of the newer model cars are so, they're built in a way where you can't even service them by yourself. You got to take them in and give up your money. Where it used to be a weekend job that you do, now you got to take it in because they got to use this special computer. They got to do all of this stuff. Sometimes it's better to have an old model car. Sometimes those of you who have an old model car, you're blessed. You don't even need the new models. Those of you who still got that 2005 model, you're blessed. It might be an old model car, but it's reliable. It gets you around. You can put on new tires when you want. You can change the oil when you want. You could service your own brakes. You could go in there and deal with your transmission. You could do all of that stuff to your old model car. The new ones, you got to go to the dealer. You got to go and spend all your money. That's the trap that we're in, guys. It's a trap. The Matrix. We've all been trapped in a world of survival, a world where we struggle to pay bills. That's the war 95% of us are in. So I say, forget about worrying about World War III. Forget about all the propaganda news and begin to focus on your life. Focus on what matters to you right now. If you had 1 week to live, what would you be doing right now? Focus on that. Protect your energy. Protect your peace. Enjoy your solitude. Because the world is designed to stress you out. You know? It really is designed to break you, make you lose your mind, make you worry. You know? Because every day we repeat it over and over. Every day, every day, every day. You're in your own prison. Prison of the mind. On one instance, we have the world where people are mean-spirited and they don't show no grace to anyone. On the other hand, we have the lies, the manipulation. It's all the Matrix. You know? The hate for Trump will continue. More hate, more hate. War, war, war. And we're all on the internet talking. If the internet shut down today, that alone will make people lose their minds. You'll lose your mind because people can't live without the internet. You know? It ain't like back in the day, man. We're being fed too much information. Too much information clogs up your hard drive. This is why when you are a content creator or a professional, you need hard drive space. You tend to run out of hard drive space because it's too much input, too much data. Our minds receive too much information that it overwhelms us. That's why we get stressed out. Your mind is a computer. It is. Your mind is a computer. And if you're gathering too much information, it can stress you out. That's why we're stressed, is because we're receiving too much information. We can't process it all at once. This is why when you are working with 4K or 8K videos, you need a fast computer with fast processors, fast graphic cards. Well, our mind is overwhelmed with just mess all day. That's all we hear is nothing but news. Good news, bad news, horrible news, murders, deaths, bills, stress, credit cards, layoffs. It's too much, man. And you get that every day, every day, every day. Your brain can't handle all that, you know? That's why sometimes you got to just take a break and let it go. Take a day off, 2 days off, and don't allow yourself to consume all that poison. We're not saying don't keep up with the times. We're not saying to ignore everything. It's all about balance, guys. Balance. I can see what's happening in the world. I know what's going on, but I'm not going to let that occupy my day. I'm not. I got other things to do. You know? Some of y'all started panicking already. Panicking. You losing your mind. What are you doing that for? I got people contacting me. Yo, bro, what should we do, bro? The world is at war. What? I'm like, bro, what do you mean? What should we do? Stop stressing yourself out. That's what you need to do. If you can't control what's going on, guys, calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. That's the best thing you can do. Breathe. Relax. Take care of your family. Take care of your responsibilities. Go to your job, do your daily do, come home, relax, repeat. That's all you could do. You know? It makes no sense to go crazy. We're alive, we're in the world, we have a lot of unfinished business to accomplish. So let's just make the best of it. Let's not allow circumstances and situations to take us off course. Let's use these situations around us to fuel our or recharge our energy. Let's recalibrate our mind and our thinking about what our purpose is right now. Because sometimes all of this noise, it takes you from your purpose. Yeah, it really do. It takes you away from what you're supposed to do. So that's pretty much my take on the situation. I'm not concerned about no war. I'm not concerned about all of the bloodshed and all this other stuff. That stuff is designed to bring forth the new world order, the one world government. That's what all of this is about, guys. In the end, watch this, guys. In the end, right? Uh, all of these elected officials are going to join together. In the end, they're going to have to come to an agreement, and the one world government will be established. In the end, they're going to keep fighting. It's going to be nonstop war. Eventually, they're going to come together and say, guys, look, let's stop. Let's put this thing together. One world government going to come in. One ruler. Whole world. It's going to happen soon. For now, it's a power struggle for resources. Every war is over resources. Always remember that. Follow the money. Follow the money. It's always over resources. One world government is not here. I don't know what you're talking about. One world government is not even established yet. If it was, you wouldn't even be able to buy or sell without the mark. So everything you're saying is just your opinion. When the one world government is established, you will know, because you will be forced to take the mark of the beast. And guess who's going to help you to take the mark? Do you want to know? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know. Who's going to be the main character to promote the mark of the beast? You want to know who? Oh, we got somebody that got the answer. A dub 5934, the church. The church is going to be the main characters that's going to teach you to get the mark of the beast. Your local pastor. Your pastor is going to be the one to tell you to go get it. He's going to tell you that's the will of God, and that's what God wants. Trust and believe that. It will be the church. That's why when you look at most of these churches, they're connected to the government. 501c3, tax exemption, all of this stuff. It's all prepared, guys. It's all prepared. The pastors and the preachers are literally puppet masters designed to keep the people in check. You know, they misuse the Bible to control the people, control them through religion. You have some people that wouldn't even listen to you if you don't go to church, or if you're not a Christian. They won't even take you serious. The world is divided by religion. Most wars are started because of religion. Religion, resources. Yeah, so religion will be used to push the mark of the beast. You know, AI is taking over. Everything is being ran by AI. It's really, really crazy. And see, AI technology is actually advanced technology. It's really good. The problem is its consciousness. Guys, listen to me very carefully, because maybe you never heard nobody say this. AI is consciousness. It's not just technology. It's growing more and more and more to the point where it understands us. It's learning our behavior. The more this consciousness evolves and evolves, everything is going to be controlled by it. So, although it might be good technology for certain things, because of our greed, because of our wanting to advance in business and productivity and efficiency, many businesses will apply this, and it will remove the human aspect from it. And that is when we're going to have major problems. It's already happening now. A lot of jobs are being automated. Cars are being built via AI. The assembly line is all AI, robots. We were warned in Terminator, Matrix, all of these things warned us, but we're not going to listen. We're going to learn the hard way. Something as simple as ChatGPT, very, very powerful stuff. Do you know you should not lie when you're using ChatGPT? Don't ever lie. Don't lie. The app will remember everything you input, and it'll call you out on your lie. It will. The last thing you want to do is lie to artificial intelligence. You don't want to do that. It knows too much. You want to know another secret? AI understands our body language, our emotions, everything. It's learning so much about our behavior. It's good, but it's scary at the same time because of whose hands it's in, like the power. It's just a lot of power. It's very dangerous, but it could be very powerful and beneficial to society. But as always, technology is always used for bad things. It's going to always be used for bad things. So to do evil, there's those that are using it for good. A lot of you lost your jobs because of it. Don't be upset with AI. It's not AI that's doing it. It's the greed of the corporations that are behind the machines. They want to reduce costs and increase efficiency and productivity within these businesses. And they feel the solution is AI. But once you keep doing that, you're taking away respect from the company. How are these people to survive and live? So the war that we're in right now, guys, is the war of surviving. That's our war. That's the war we're in. The war to live, the war to survive. Every day we wake up, we're at war. We have to survive. We have to go to work. We have to provide. We got to do all these different things. And it's just an ongoing war. And some of you are hearing from your company right now that they're about to lay people off. So it's concerning you, right? I know it's difficult because you try not to worry. At the same time, uh, you got to figure out another plan. Don't ignore it, but don't let it break you. Um, it's a lot of stuff, man. Soon, even in the trucking industry, you're gonna have trucks that are AI programmed to literally drive to the destination. They don't even need nobody no more. Sooner or later, guys. Sooner or later, the trucking industry gonna end up having stuff like this. This stuff is scary. You're gonna have trucks that are gonna be doing this stuff, man. You're gonna have trucks that are gonna be driving. You already have the Teslas out here. You already have all sorts of these vehicles. Driving, car driving itself, taking you. You have cars that can literally come to your house, and it's nobody driving the car. What? Imagine the trucking industry start implementing these things, man. Because right now in the trucking industry, they're trying to hire a lot of new drivers, but pay them less. The OG drivers who've been doing this for years, y'all already know the game. Y'all not gonna let nobody play y'all, but they trying to hire the new guys and pay them less. It's gonna get to the point where they're gonna invest in technology where there ain't gonna be no drivers. Same thing with uh lift services and cabs and all that stuff. It's gonna be automated, man. Where these cars will be able to come to your door, pick you up, and there's nobody in the driver's seat. Yeah, AI Uber. Oh man, bro. Think about all the jobs that are lost because of that, man. It seems cool. It seems like it's a great technology, but it's not. What are we going to be doing for work? Think about all the people in the gig industry, DoorDash and doing other different things. Think about that type of situation where a company can create a fleet of vehicles that literally pick up food and do deliveries, and you have some damn AI robot delivering the food. Bro, we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble, bro. That's why I try not to even think about all these things because I could go so far ahead into the future. I start seeing all these things. 20 years from now, guys, everything that I'm saying is coming to pass. 20 years from now, You're going to see these things. You're going to see these things, man. 20 years from now, could you see us with gas cars, cars that take gas fuel? No. 20 years from now? Nope. It's not going to be there. Everybody is going to convert to electric. It's going to happen. Everybody. Because that's how they're going to make more money. That's how they're going to make more money. Yeah, everything is electric. Everything has a power bank. It's going that route, man. Everything, man. That's why I say try to live uh as you know, don't convert to all the tech. Try to keep the old stuff that you used to do. Your old VHS player. You remember that? Your old CDs. Some of y'all probably don't even have none of that stuff. I still got a VHS player. Still got a CD player. I still got a stereo with radio and all that other stuff on it. I got old stuff that's from back in the day that still works. CD burners, all of that type of stuff. Because most of that stuff you can't even find no more. They don't even make these things no more. It's crazy. That's why I said, those of you that got old model cars, especially if your old model car is paid off, you good. Do you know you're more blessed than you think? Do you know you're more blessed than you think? If you have an old model car and it's already paid off, you're blessed. You're a blessed person. The shiny new vehicle might look nice, but the downside is you have to pay to play. You have to pay to play. And that's the part that people don't focus on. Everybody want to have the look, but they don't want to understand what it takes. You got to pay to play, man. You got to pay to play. Definitely do, guys. Now, think about this. You see the title, you see the thumbnail, but you see where I'm trying to get your mind to focus on? I'm trying to get your mind to focus on your reality, the things that you do, so that you can. Yeah, I remember LimeWire. Definitely remember that. And download all that stuff. People used to download music, movies, everything. I remember all of that. And you had the dial-up service, and it had that sound. I forgot that sound that you know, like when the internet comes on, the dial-up thing. That was those are the days, man. Those were the days. Yeah. Focus on your reality. Don't let the world break you down and cause you to be depressed and miserable, worrying about stuff that's out of your control. Know the world, know what's going on, but don't let it drive you crazy. Oh yeah, Blockbuster when you has to go to the store to rent out a video. Those are the days, man. Those are the good old days. See, a lot of you youngins that might be viewing, you didn't grow up in that time when we used to have to go to the store to get VHS tapes. You used to walk down the aisles, see the movies, and be like, "Hey, let me get these 3 films right here," and you pay, and you were able to hold them for probably like 2 days. I forgot how many days we were able to hold them, and if you brought them back late, you had to pay a late fee. And it was movie night in the house. Those are the days, man. Now, Netflix and all this other junk. I don't know, man. It just it took away all the fun. All the fun from back in the day is lost. But if you got those memories and you still have those items, you good. I still got VHS movies. I got a few VHS movies. You know, I mean, the quality ain't the way it is today, but it was so much better back in the days. It was so much better. Those of you back in the days, you had the 8-track player, the reel to reel. the cassette deck. We used to record music from the radio stations. You know, those are the fun days back in the day. I'm glad I grew up in that time, man. That was the best time. The best, listen, the best time, in my opinion, was the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Best time in history for a lot of different reasons. It might have had its ugly parts, but 70s, 80s, and 90s, best time in history. Growing up, at least. Um, the world was different. Remember the kids, they used to play hide and seek, hide and go seek? The kids used to play freeze tag. Kids don't even do that now. Now, 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds are sexually assaulting kids now. They're bringing guns and knives to school. The music in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, mainly the 80s, was the best ever. The 80s was the best years of music ever. I got all the 80s music. Sometimes I go back in time and I put on these songs and it just takes me back. Timeless music. You know? Music that really feeds your soul. Sometimes you got to go back. You got to go back in time, listen to your old tunes that you grew up on, and relax and reminisce when you was a kid and understand why you're here. Recalibrate your mind. That's what I call it. Recalibrate your mind. Go back. Recharge your battery. Remember why you're born. Remember. Go back. Put on your headphones or put on a nice stereo sound system and listen to those classic songs and let it remind you of where you came from. You know? But I'm going to get up on out of here, guys. Just wanted to come on and have this little talk. It is what it is. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's starting to get dark outside, so you notice my light here is starting to shine better, you know, giving me some good lighting. But yeah, man, you just gotta just take it easy, man. Don't let society break you down, man. Don't let the world ruin your day. You know? Be thankful, be grateful for the fact that you're able to walk, you're able to use your hands, you know? Find something to be thankful for. Find something to be happy about. Even if you don't feel happy. Maybe you're stressed out, maybe you're depressed. Everything in your world is all upside down. You're like, look, you don't understand what I'm going through. I understand what you're going through. I'm not saying what you're going through is not real. I'm not saying the pain isn't real. What I'm saying is find something that could make you get through. An old photo, perhaps a video when you was a kid. Something that can kind of remind you of why you're here and why you need to keep going and not give up. You know? Some of us might have family, some of us don't. Some of us don't have no family. Some of us have none of that stuff. Some of you are just alone. You don't got anybody. So how do those people get through? Most of your family betrayed you. Most of your friends betrayed you. You're all alone. How do you get through? You got to enjoy your solitude. Protect your peace. Protect your energy. Find something that you love to do and make that become a part of your world. Maybe you like listening to music. Okay, let's do this. If you know music is your thing, you like listening to music, let's recalibrate our mind with doing the thing that we love. purchase a Bluetooth system, whether it's two stereo speakers or even one, and build an oldies collection and make that become a hobby. I'm going to go back and relive all the music I grew up on and build it. Start getting all those songs, those old songs, whether it's CDs or you can get these downloads off of iTunes or whatever. And you rebuild an entire playlist of just the best music from back in the day and let that be a hobby. Maybe you're into video games and that's what you always loved. Okay, let's get back into it. Let's get back into it so we could overcome the stress of life, you know, and find 30 minutes to an hour a day where you could dedicate to playing your video games again, right? Go back and play Contra from Nintendo, Shinobi, Sega Genesis. You know, sometimes you got to go back, find a hobby to do. A lot of you don't have hobbies. You let yourself go. You got to go back and get your hobby again. Maybe it's music. Maybe you're a musician. Maybe you play the piano, violin, you know, the trumpet. Go back, get your instrument. Let's get back to work. You got to motivate yourself. You got to get back. Maybe you're into your car. Go wash your car. Go work on your car. Do something that keeps you active, you know? Because if you don't keep your mind occupied, society will keep your mind occupied with drama, with noise, with war, with evil, and you'll be stressed out. If you're a woman and you like to do hair, go get yourself some mannequins with the hair and do hair in the comfort of your home. Maybe you like to braid, do that. Maybe you like to sew, invest in a sewing machine. Maybe you like to crochet, do that as a hobby. Go get a hobby and let that be a part of your life every day. Let that bring you joy. Let the hobby bring you joy. So, guys, I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Um, don't let anything about World War III ruin your day. We're all here for a purpose, guys. I know we lost a lot of loved ones along the way. A lot of our parents, they passed on. We grieve, we lose loved ones. Um, it can be very hurtful. Some of you may have lost recent loved ones. Some of you lost children, parents, and it's devastating. Um, I want to encourage you to keep them alive in your memory by not giving up. Keep them alive in your memory by keeping that photo on the wall. Sometimes just getting a frame, put their photo in it, and put it on the wall where every time you're leaving home for work, you see that relative that you lost and you just wave your hand at them when you leave in the house. Something as simple as that. You'll feel better to know that their energy is still there. That photo on the wall is energy. When you see them, you might even shed a tear. You might even shed some tears. But if you can put those relatives on your wall, it should bring you a sense of joy that you probably never even thought you could have done. I suggest you do that. Put it right on the wall when you're leaving the home and you see their photos and you be like, you just wave your hand and just go to work and just know that I'm being motivated by my loved ones that passed on because I'm still here. I got to live. I know it's rough, it's tough, but I can't give up, you know? I can't give up. So you just got to do what you got to do. People might think you're crazy. There's nothing crazy about that. You're doing what is necessary to keep yourself up, because a lot of people, they don't want to understand these things, you know. So that's about it, guys. We'll get up on out of here. Y'all be safe. Again, protect your solitude. Enjoy your solitude. Be at peace. Don't let a bunch of bad news break you. Um, just maintain and know it's not over. It's not over for you. It's not over for none of you. All of us go through. Don't let society and all the madness, man, cause you to give up. You know, sometimes another thing you can do before we get out of here, check in on people. Check in on people that might be going through something. You know, sometimes checking in on people. Hey, I just wanted to check in on you, make sure you're good. You know, if you need anything, something as simple as that could mean the world to someone, that you checked in on them. In a time like this where people don't even check in on nobody, that can mean the world to people, man. Do that. And here's another thing. Those of you that your parents are still alive, your mom and your pop, guys, listen to me very carefully, man. I already lost my mom, right? She died of cancer. Lost my grandma, pretty much a lot of people in the family. If your mom and your pop is still alive, call your mom, tell her you love her. Call your pop, tell them you love them. You need to visit them. I don't care about the argument you had and all that other stuff. Let's stop the BS. Call your folks and spend some time with them. Because when they're gone, they're gone. Your world is going to change. You don't want them to close their eyes and you didn't do your part. You don't want them to pass on and you never resolve those issues. If you know you were a bad son, a bad daughter, even if you resented your parents, maybe they did you dirty, whatever the case is, let's resolve that. Let's resolve the issue, man. Do you understand? Call your folks, visit your mom, visit your dad, and make it right. Ask for forgiveness, clean that shit up. Do you understand me? Don't don't play when it comes to this stuff, man. I wish my mom was here. She was the only one that understood me. Out of everybody in the family, everybody in the world, she was the only one. The only one I could talk to about anything. She wouldn't judge me. She wouldn't laugh. Nothing. She understood me, you know? And the thing is, before she passed, I had spoke with her on the phone. And I made arrangements to bring the fam to come see her because we knew she was going to pass due to the cancer. And then when we got to the house, man, she was gone already. She was gone already. And I cried and cried and cried, buckets of tears, man, because I knew at that moment the one that was always there for me is gone. And it was the worst thing ever. So if you have your folks, even if you don't have a great relationship, man, even if you're like, look, man, you don't understand. My parents did me dirty. Listen, make it right. Make it right. Don't let that be on your record. Don't let it be on your record, man. I know some of us, we probably been in abusive homes, fathers that probably wasn't there. Gang, I wasn't raised with my dad. I know where he is. I wasn't raised with him. I spoke with him by the phone. At the same time, my wife keep pushing me. Let's go visit. Let's just go. Let's go visit him. Let's do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make those arrangements. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't raised with the man. He wasn't a deadbeat either. He was a good man, a military man. It's just that the situation between him and my mom was complicated. I was a kid. I didn't know nothing. I was born. It was in a time where it was just he. Long story short, it's like he didn't even know. He didn't even know I exist. It's a real complicated story, and I don't blame him for anything because I know he was a good man. But to bring closure for me, I have to take a trip and do what is necessary for me, for my peace. You understand? I never even got to meet my grandmother from his side. She passed away. I spoke to her many times on the phone. She was so happy. She was so happy to know there's a grandson. She passed away. I didn't get to meet her. These are the things I'm trying to encourage you guys to do. It helps you to heal inside, you know? So I'm gonna get up on out of here, guys. Let me shout out this super chat here. Shout out to Virgil for the support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Says the best. Ringo, hey, I appreciate the support. I don't even know if this thing hearted. Okay, there you go. Appreciate the support. Again, always honor your mother and your father. Some of us, we grew up, we started families, we got older, and we stopped visiting our mom and our dad. Some of us was raised without our dads. Some of us was raised with just our mom. If you're one of those men or women that are in that situation and you know who your pop is and you never met him, try to locate and find them and take a trip. I'm telling you, it'll be a blessing. It'll be a blessing for you, your kids. Do it for your kids. You know, do it. Go out there and search. Because I know some of you know who your folks are. Maybe you have a dad, you never even spoke with the dude. You know what I mean? You never spoke with him out of fear. Or maybe you resent him or you blamed him because he wasn't there. Especially if you're a woman. Sometimes as a woman, you've been through a lot of traumatic situations. Maybe you were touched when you was a kid. Something probably happened to you and you blame the fact that your father was not there. You know, you got to forgive. You got to forgive him and understand that the story might be a little more complicated than you think. Maybe it was not his fault. Maybe he just didn't understand. Maybe he didn't know what to do. Maybe he didn't even know you exist. It's a lot to the story that we may not know. But one thing I do know is that in order for us to bring closure to these situations and have clarity and fill that void, we got to do what's necessary. Those of you that were fortunate to be raised by your mom and your dad, you're blessed. You're blessed. Trust me, you're blessed, man. And some of you that were raised by your mom and your dad, you take them for granted and you were raised with them. That's crazy, man. Some of us that wasn't raised with our dad would do anything in our power to go back and have him be there in our lives. Think about all the things I probably missed out on. Bro, I had to learn how to tie a tie by myself, bro. I had to learn how to pack a briefcase and a luggage by myself. Dad wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all that have been fortunate enough to have these things, you're blessed. You're supposed to rejoice, not look down on other people that didn't have that. No. You got to rejoice and be happy that you were raised with your folks, your parents. You know, learn how to encourage other people. There are a lot of good men out here that are fathers and they don't even know who their kids are because maybe it's just a complicated situation. They just don't know, guys. And we blaming these guys. Now, of course, there are deadbeats. There are horrible guys out here that don't take care of their kids. I'm not talking about those guys that are horrible men. I'm talking about parents that were there, parents you may have not known. Some of you probably weren't raised with your mom. You were put into foster care and you struggled in foster care. You got abused. You have all this trauma inside. Do you see why, guys? The title says what it says, but do you see how I'm trying to make you focus on your war, the war that you're in? I want you to fix you, because that's the issue, man. The issue is we got to fix ourselves. We got to heal what's going on in us in order to go forward, you know? So, yeah. I think this was good. I think this was a good video. I think it will definitely reach and help people in the right way. And I feel that I did my job. I feel good about this video. No drama, no foolishness, just good, clean talk to get you through, whether you're driving on the road, whether you at work, whether you home chilling out. I think this is a good one. So, um, again, this is for mature audiences that uh, want to protect their solitude, protect their peace, their energy, and that's about it, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Do you think I did a good job? Let me know in the comments. Let us know what your war is. What are you going through? Maybe I can make videos on that, give you some follow-up information to help you in your walk. You know, I have other channels. Check those out. I might put that into posts and link my other channels for you guys to check out. Um, we're getting older, guys. Let's be more uh, proactive and intentional about our life, about the decisions that we're making, moving forward. You understand? Let's make our life mean something. Let's give the world value. This is a dark world, a fallen nation of chaos and madness. Let's bring back some humanity, because it's just dark, man. It starts with us. So, like Michael Jackson said, he's staring at the man in the mirror, hoping that he would change his ways. That's what you need to do. Look at yourself in the mirror and change your way. Be kind to other people. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to be kind to you, but you should practice being kind to others, even when they're not being kind to you. It's difficult. Don't get me wrong. It's difficult. I have my challenges, but try. Smile a little bit. Wave your hand. Greet the cashier. Greet the doorman. You know? Salute people. Salute the UPS worker. Tell him to drive safe. Have a nice day. He appreciates that. She appreciates that. You know? It's just something that we have to learn how to cultivate, guys. Something that we really have to. I'm gonna do a lot more videos about these type of things, and I feel like this helps a lot of people, and it's one of my strengths that I use it a lot, but I don't use it enough, where I can impart this kind of energy into people, and it recalibrate your mind to think differently, to think positive. Even though there's a lot of negativity around you, if you can just do your part, I think you'll be okay. You'll be okay. And learn how to forgive, even though that's tough too. That's a whole nother topic, because a lot of us had things done to us and it's really, really bad, and we just don't care anymore, you know? But we still gotta forgive. We still gotta clear our consciousness of these issues because it's going to keep us in a prison, you know? We don't want nobody else to keep us in a prison. No, we got to free ourselves. So again, guys, even though all this drama is going on in the world, don't let it occupy your mind. Yes, it's real, it's happening, it's a lot of stuff. You have your own war that you're battling. You're a soldier in your own fight. You have to overcome your own issues. Your family needs you. Everybody needs you. I may not know you, but a lot of you need me to speak. My words get you through. I need you. Your energy, it's an even exchange of energy. It's a giving and a receiving. Do your part. That's all I'm going to say. Rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. Y'all have a blessed one. Shout out to everybody that's on the 9 to 5 grind, all the truckers out there, UPS, FedEx, United States Parcel Service, DHL, all the Amazon workers, all the Uber Eats, Lyft drivers, the Door Dashers, everybody that's in gig work, beauty salons, barbershops, medical, everybody that's in the sanitation field, all the schools, teachers, bus drivers, MTA, all the pilots, stewards, everybody that's in the corporate world, the doormen, the mechanics, the valet workers, everybody out there on the grind that's doing what they got to do, that watch my content. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'm grateful. All right. So y'all have a blessed one. Always go to your job, do your best. Just do your best and go home. Do your best and go home. You may not have it all.